Hey folks, welcome. Yeah, just caught me here. I'm in the studio. What I'm doing is I'm putting some handles onto some tankards. You've seen me do it before. These are some tankards I just threw recently, and what I'm going to show you is, along the way, adding to the handle a scroll and a thumb rest, and how to do that. So let's just get on with the handle. Are we in the picture good there? Yeah. So point of attachment is always here on this bit that juts out here, this elbow. So just dip your finger in the water and with your fingernail just score it like that, you see. Now it's helpful to have a banding wheel, and under wraps here I've got some handles which I pulled. I actually pulled these ones, I pulled them yesterday, but I kept them sprayed and covered over with plastic, which you can do. So let's just take one of these handles, and the first thing that we're going to do is hold it and then use our thumb, the knuckle of our thumb, just to sort of butt the end there like that, spread the end, make it a wider point of attachment, okay? And then take it and offer it straight up to that scored area that you previously scored. And then using my, always keep the handle supported, okay? And I've just seen there's another light up here that I can put on. Gives a bit more, that's better. Yes, that's better. So, holding it like that, always support it, never let it drop. And then with my index finger underneath, you see what my index finger's doing? Is smoothing in the soft clay from the handle into the body of the tankard, and then using my thumb on the top here also to just make that join. Now keep it hanging, drop it into the water pot like that, and now start pulling it away like that. So what this does is it cleans the handle, softens the handle, gets it into a nice state, you see, for being able to pull it and to shape it. So what we're going to do now is take it by its end, you see, and then hold the end of the handle, bring the tankard back to the vertical, and now bring this down. Okay, now look at it both ways, like that and like that, because you may just have to give it a little lift, you see. Yeah. Handles, they need a little bit of tweaking. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'll pull a few, like one like this, and the next one I'll do the scroll. So things to think about when you're attaching a handle are the distance here that the handle is away from the body of the tankard. Allow room for your fingers to hold it, allowing for shrinkage. Alright? Okay, so now putting my hand in like that, okay? Here, just pass your finger over it one time like that, because it will be wet, you see, from when you pulled it. So what you want to do is slightly dry it. Just pull your finger over it like that, and now take your thumb, all right, and take that clay and just smear it away. You see, once that way, and now we're going to do it this way. So to do it that way, I hold it like this. To do it the other way, I turn it upside down, you see, and then here, just pull that away like that. Now the little tail here, you want to briskly, it takes a bit of a knack to do this, but just flick him off like that. Alright. Try not to overwork it there, because it can look a bit ugly otherwise. Alright, and make sure the join at the top is okay. And I think, so you want to look at him afterwards from the side, like that. Also, you want to look at him like that. And you also want to look at him from above, like that, you see. There's three ways to look at it: sideways, straight on, and also look at it like that. It's very easy to put on a handle. I think you've got it right. Then you put it, and then you think, oh my goodness, it's way out, you know. Your eyes get very easily deceived. So what I'm going to do is put that on the board here, and I use you can use a yogurt pot, something like this, you see, that's slightly tapered, and that makes actually a pretty good rounder. I have used bisque fired things in the past, but you know what, I think this is even better because this is not porous, whereas a bisque fired pot is porous. You don't really want to be pushing something into a wet leather hard pot that's porous. So the plastic works actually pretty good. So I just drop it in, just give it a couple of presses, and there we go. Right, let's do one now. Let's do one and put on, do a scroll. Alright, so first thing you want to do is, assuming that you've used your throwing stick and you've put that bevel in at the bottom, when you throw it, it's going to be very easy now, you see, just to thumb off. And you can thumb them off like I'm doing right now, or you can have them face down on your wear board and just go down the line, as it were, and thumb them all off. Okay, dip your finger, point of attachment is going to be there. Just use your fingernail and water to create the slip that you need right there and then from the pot itself. Don't add separate slip, because you will slip up. I can tell you. Yes, indeed, you'll slip up. Okay, so you see what I'm doing there? Make the end of the handle to broaden the point of attachment. Okay. Take it hand behind here when you apply that handle. Now push it up with my index finger underneath, as I showed you. Make that attachment, and on the top with your thumb. So it's always index finger underneath, thumb on the top to do the attaching. Dip it in the water pot. Now this one we're going to do a scroll, aren't we? Mustn't forget. Mustn't forget. So refreshing the handle, pulling it away from the tankard. Now take it by its end and just bring it back to the vertical. Before you push this onto the tankard, make sure you've got the handles, the size right, because it's not so easy to alter it afterwards, you see. Okay, something like that. Okay, now we're going to go back to the top here, just run my thumb over it like that, and underneath. Learn to get this action going. All right, you see what I'm doing? You see what I'm doing? I'm going like that, you see, on the underside of your handles. Make a good attachment. Right. So now we're going to do this scroll. How do we do a scroll? Right. Well, first of all, what we're going to do is we're just going to attach the handle at the bottom by doing that. Okay. So that's what it's going to look like. Now, just take that, dip it in the water, and dip your fingers in the water, because what we're going to do is we're just going to go like this, you see. Dee. Just pull this down as much as you can here, like this, you see. It's a bit of a fiddle. Yeah. Right, now take this bit and sort of, you see what I'm doing? Rolling it, begin to start rolling it back onto itself. It's not as difficult as you think. Now, rolling it up, you see, like this, rolling. So we've got to roll it like that. Yeah. Okay. Now you notice there's a little bit of a here. There isn't any clay, is there? So you're going to have to take a piece of one of the previous pieces, maybe that you pulled off, and simply make a little sausage like that. Spit on it. Take that little sausage and just place him in there, all right, and work him down and in there like that. And now just we didn't do these at Lower Down when I worked from Dad. I never put any screw. I just taught myself how to do it. It's not that difficult. Okay, so you see the little scroll there? Check him from both sides. And that's the scroll. I'm gonna put a thumb rest on as well in a moment. Before I do that, I'm going to show you. I have one here. I may have shown you this before. This is an old St. Ives, a St. Ives tankard. It's got written on the bottom here. You can see it's got the St. Ives seal there, and it says Fowey, F-O-W-E-Y, Cornwall, 1966. So you can see this little scroll here. It sort of has a little chip on it here, actually, a very small chip, I notice. And then that is the thumb rest. I would say that's a generous thumb rest. Yeah. So don't know if I like it as quite as big as that, but meanwhile, let's do another. Okay, just dip that finger, get it a little bit damp, and then you can go around like this. You see? Scratch here, create that slit. Get one of your pulled handles, hold it, and then using your knuckle like that, spread the end. Now offer it up, hand behind here, and just using the index finger on the bottom and your thumb. You could use your thumb on the top. You see, like I'm doing, but make sure you keep it supported. Don't let it drop. Dip it in the water. Dip your hand in the water. Both hand and the handle in the water, please. Yes, please. Okay. There it is. Pull it down. Always keep it hanging. You see it. You see that angle? 90 degrees. Keep it hanging like that. Okay. Now, holding it by the end, let it come round, let it fall. Judge the distance. Is it straight? Push it on. Good. Okay. Let's get that little action going here with the with the index finger across the top there. Alright, like that. Now, here, take your finger, just pull it over once, and now just smear it once, twice. Right, now then that little tail, just wet it and just pull it a bit like that. And you see how I'm pulling it and sort of trying to encourage it to go round. Like that. Now then let's just rotate. No, that's not the word. Roll. That's what I meant to say. Roll it up, 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 roll it up. Ooh. Roll it up, that's it. Yeah. Okay, make sure he's situated nicely. Okay, get a little piece of clay, make a little roll, a little small sausage. Okay, and that gap there, so you want to maybe take in a bit much clay there, maybe not quite so much. Okay, spit on it. Now push that clay into that little trough there. All right, and now just like this, you see. Try and do it as neatly and as cleanly as you can. This kind of side of the work, this sort of fettling off and handling, etc. It does take a little bit of perseverance to be able to work quickly and cleanly. It's difficult to do it when you're beginning to learning how to do it, to get it quick and clean. It's usually messy and overworked when you're learning. Okay, so there's the last one of those. Now let's do a thumb rest. Remember, always put down clean boards. Okay, it's very annoying to come later and find the bottom of your pot is messed up because you didn't bother to clean the board, you see. Okay, let's take one of these that I did earlier. Let's put a thumb rest on this guy. So how do we do that? Let's take a little piece of clay. Move that further out of the way. And you don't want to do it onto a dry surface, okay? So you're going to judge how much clay you're going to need, you see, for your thumb rest. So get a little ball like that. You might get it wrong the first time. Spit into the palm of your hand. Okay? Take the lump of clay and just roll it like that in the spit, you see, in your hand. Alright? Now, how can I do this to show you? I'll tell you what, actually, I'll do it on here. Hope you can see this. Okay? Now, lick your finger. Okay, and push down on the lump and then smear it away from, like that. And then lift it off. What's it look like? Now, as I say, you see how it's happening. Okay. Now, I don't like this one because it's a little bit. I think I need a piece of clay was a bit dry. Take another piece. It's necessary to spit into your hand like that, you see. Otherwise, when you roll it in your hand, it can dry out. You don't want it to dry out, you see. Maybe I'll do it down here. Okay. I'm going to just put a bit of spit there on the top of the handle like that, okay? You haven't really got to do anything more than that. Take that little bit of smeared lump and pull him off. If he'll come off. Locate him on the top there, like that. And now push him down into the handle. I don't know if it's really a good idea to do this right after you've put the handle on. Better let the handle set up a bit, you see. Yeah, these are a bit of a fiddle. Of course they are, but all right. There he is. There's the thumb rest and the scroll. So probably what we'll do is put a seal right there on the bottom of the scroll. A bit like that St. Ives one you saw. Had the seal there, didn't it? Okay folks, that is it. That is how to add a thumb rest and a scroll to a tankard. Hey folks, thanks for joining us. I hope that was of some help to you. Why don't you try a thumb rest and a scroll? Please go to my website, simonleachpottery.com. We have workshops up there, 2017 workshops. If that interests you and you want to come along, we take up to 6 people. It's pretty much one-on-one personal attention I can give you. So yeah, if that interests you, go there and look at those dates. Okay. What else? Leach treadle wheels. If you're interested in the Leach treadle wheel, either a left kick variant or a right kick variant, or I can get them done either way. We usually do those kit wheels. They're in a kit form, supplied in a box with all the instructions. I've done quite a few videos on these, and if you check back, search through YouTube, in the search box put Simon Leach and then treadle wheel, that will bring all those videos up. Should do. Skype, like you saw me in my last video, Skype one-on-one throwing tuition on the wheel. If that interests you, via laptop, you need a decent internet connection, decent lighting, internet to your studio to be able to do that. But I can do that with you. It's $50 an hour if you're interested. What else? What else indeed? I don't know. Nothing springs to mind. There's probably something else. But anyway, yeah. I'm going to get on now. I've got some more tankards to do over there, and get these finished. Now here's a tip: once you've put your handle on your pot, put a bit of plastic over, like I'm doing there with those jugs. Can you see that? As in the picture, is it? Yeah. Put a bit of plastic over. Don't let them just dry out in a dry studio environment, because it might encourage cracking. If you slow down the drying, all right, slow down the drying, you will not get so much cracking. That's a good tip. So just remember that. Hey, thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget. Keep practicing. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.